All right. So we're going to record this call of getting started with some new distributors. So those of you who didn't make it today on Wednesday, May 12th, you can catch up by listening to this. That's good. So I want to, my name is Pam Carey, and I want to introduce you to Kristen Jakubowski, my good friend and my partner in crime. She's one of my downlines. Let me see, 3 levels down from me. So you never know who's going to join in below you and below the people that you bring into Shackley. Then they can always become some of your great friends and some of your best business people as well. So I've learned a whole lot from her, and she has a great little story. Do you want to tell your little story to start out with? But let me introduce you. Who else? Natalia is here. She's just moved from Wisconsin to Montana. She drove it all in her Chevy Volt in 18 hours with like only a minute of stopping over. And
Yes.
Caitlin Hackett is in the bottom with the in my screen with the North Face sweatshirt on. And Caitlin is um, my nephew's girlfriend. They live together outside of Buffalo, New York. And Kristen's been over there, Caitlin. She's been to Evangola State Park, and she's been over in her with her RV, and she loves that. And the other people on the team are Colton Hergich. He's not here. He's 27, and he's a social worker at a middle school, and he trains at night in a gym Wednesdays and Thursdays, but he's jumping on in our group. And also Tisha Pasovich. She is 36, and she is a hairdresser and dental assistant, and she lives in the Chicago area. She's on vacation in Colorado. She just left today, so I let her off the hook. And Kristen's girl, Sue Ann, is 39, no kids, and she's brand new, and she wants to take the Prove It challenge. And I thought that would be a good addition to Kristen and Sue Ann to come into our group because Tisha did the Prove It challenge in January, and she's around the same age with no kids. So we're trying to make sure we have some young ones, we have some older ones, we have some medium age ones. I'm the old one. And everything's warm, the water's warm, everyone's welcome. We just want to really help you guys get started on a solid path because you have a really great opportunity to make huge gains in Shackley over the next 4 months
Yeah.
and to earn some extra cash incentives that I just realized yesterday. So that's an exciting thing. So Kristen, why don't you give yourself a little intro? My people know me, and Sue Ann will get to know me eventually. There's no way.
Yeah, sure. Pam's right. Like you just never know who you're gonna meet and who you're gonna click with, and it's sometimes people that you would have never met otherwise. So it's really cool to do these types of things as a group. Um, I remember when I first started around 8 years ago that the people that I started with are still some of my closest friends because we came up together. And it's always great to have an upline, and it's always great to have mentors, but it's irreplaceable when you have somebody who's next to you doing it, because you can be real with them and you can say, I know they taught us this 4 times, but I still don't remember it. Do you remember what it was? And, just to be real with and to kind of, like I said, come up through the ranks with and have instant accountability. Because in this type of business, you'll see how important that is to have people really linking arms with you and like kind of going in the same direction that you're going. And when one of you is down, the other one is usually up, and you can kind of fluctuate back and forth because there are a lot of ups and downs in this business. And so we want to position you guys perfectly for the least amount of downs and the most amount of ups in this journey. Pam and I have seen our fair share of downs, but if we can help you to minimize those and get to the end result, which we'll talk about that, but get to where you want to go with the least amount of resistance possible is really just our goal for this. And we ask you that you come with your attention and with really just make yourself coachable. That's all we ask. Some of this is all new to you. Some of it you might know, but a lot of times we're going to be asking you to do things that you may or may not really be comfortable with. But I urge you to be honest with us and to work with us and help us to help you find a really safe place that feels good, but also that's going to move you along this path. And we'll talk about this getting started stuff in a minute. But I came to Shackley about 9 years ago. I was not looking for it. A friend of mine, Harper Guerra, introduced me to Shackley, and it was really just so I could start feeling better. I had gone through, gosh, almost 9 years of fertility treatments and 4 rounds of IVF, and um, have two wonderful girls as a result of that. But my body was wrecked. Emotionally, I was also pretty wrecked because I had had a lot of losses in my life in a short amount of time. And then it culminated with me losing my job. And Harper really just saw that I was somebody who had a lot of potential, but just was kind of in the bottom of the barrel at that point. And so she helped me to start feeling better. And you guys know how this story goes, right? You start feeling better, you start doing better, you start attracting more people, and then people want to know what you're doing. And that's really as simple as my business started, because I did not want to do this as a business. I am a therapist by trade, and I was very blue collar. I mean, 9 to 5 was very, very familiar and comfortable to me. So, but I opened my eyes a little bit and I started to learn. And I decided that if I was going to do this, like anything else in my life, I go all in and I work my hardest, and I just let people teach me and I let people show me. And that's where my relationship with Pam started, because really she was a mentor to me and I just looked to her for some guidance and assistance. And what ended up happening was we realized we had a ton in common, probably as much as we don't have in common. You know, I have these two little kids. She has these 5 growing kids, and she had a whole bunch of big kid problems that she was dealing with. And I had like diapers and, you know, accidental burns and things like that that I was dealing with. But we connected, and we love working together, and we are each other's power partners. And it very much does show, like, even throughout the whole stages of your every stage of your business, you're going to need somebody. So we're just hoping that we can kick you guys all off right, and that we can get some really cool momentum started, and that you guys can become really active and see how fun this is. Because truthfully, I would not still be doing this if it wasn't a whole lot of fun, because that's my MO, is really.
If we don't show you the fun part, you'll think it didn't work for you when you didn't even get to the fun part. So
Right.
we don't want to
Agreed.
box down in too much of promises that just never pan out. So I was one of my greatest success stories is that I never have had to babysit for Kristen's kids. So I thought that was a win. I've never babysat for you. Good for
right?
you. So anyway, I just thought about that when you said that. I'm like, wow, I should have been taking
It's
care
funny.
of the kids. But anyways, her mom is relentless in babysitting. So there you have it.
She's number one.
She would never give up. All right. Okay, so I do have the get started. Do you want to know a little bit about these guys? Is that a good idea, Kristen? A little.
Sure.
Otherwise, I can share the screen. I mean, I don't want to bog down people too much. We thought maybe another half an hour max, 30 minutes more max. So do you want a couple minutes for each of you guys to say what you do for the purpose of the recording of the group, for Sue Ann's purposes, maybe?
Sure.
Natalia,
Sure.
you want to go first, Natalia?
You want me to go first? Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Natalia. I do photography. I was working in the emergency room for the last year through COVID doing ED tech. So just moved to Montana this week, and I'm going to be starting a job out in Glacier National Park and doing Shackley.
She's on it. She lives with Ben. Ben is my oldest son, and she lives with him for these couple weeks before she gets her own housing in Glacier. So she's just squatting in Ben's house right now, and
Yeah.
working out fine. So he's getting some
For
cooked
now.
meals, and that's nice for now.
Yeah.
So don't get too pinned in there. Okay. And she's, how old are you, Natalia? 21.
I'm 21. Yep.
Yeah, so she's on it, which is a great opportunity at 21. If I was 21 now and was doing this, oh my God, my life would be
Yeah.
so good. So it's good for you. And you too, Caitlin, who's 23. Are you 23?
24.
Oh, 24. Okay. All right. So you give us a little bit about you.
So I'm 24. I just graduated with my bachelor's degree in clinical counseling psychology on Saturday.
Woohoo!
Yeah, so I'm officially a college graduate. I am residential manager of a mental health group home, and also 2 apartment programs. So I oversee the care of 25 adults that suffer from severe mental illness. And then my boyfriend and I, we own a home together, and my boyfriend is also Pam's nephew. So that's how I got connected with Shackley. So I'm just here to learn how it kind of works.
And my nephew is a corrections officer in a prison. So do you want to know what kind of dinner conversations they have? I mean, I don't know. But my
Let me
favorite
just tell
part for
you.
you, Caitlin, is stress relief complex. Okay.
No, Caitlin and I need each other's numbers because that's the world I came from. My husband's a criminal justice major, and I worked corrections for a short time right out of college. So we could talk all day.
Yeah, I know a lot of his stories. So
So there's a lot of great, this is the community of things, and your guys are going to be friends for a long time. And we'll travel together. We'll do trips. We'll do conferences. We'll be like, oh yeah, I remember when I met you. I remember on that Zoom, and we'll talk about like the first time we met. It's gonna like 8 years from now. You'll be like, remember us? Remember I was sitting at a softball practice. So it's just always fun. So as much as we work hard, we do like to have a little fun times and stuff. We do care about you, so I hope you feel that. Okay, so we have a sheet. Where are you guys so far? So neither of you have sponsored a member yet, right?
How
Not
about
yet.
Caitlin?
not yet.
Say
Oh,
what?
No, not
Caitlin,
yet.
you're on the phone and okay, sorry. I thought there was another Caitlin. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, so we have to start with that. So just so you know, Kristen, they haven't sponsored a new member yet. They're working on that and working with their list and stuff. But we want to go through like what we call a getting started checklist. And lucky for us, we have that on a screen for you. How's that? Is this helpful that you can see this?
Oh, beautiful. That is perfect.
Swipe over. So, because it's too hard to listen. So it's a page and a little bit, but we're not going to go through all that. We're just going to go through right here, what's on the screen. Okay.
Okay.
Is this good, Kristen? So
Yeah, I'm staying unmuted because my family's behind me watching a movie.
oh yeah, they're watching a movie. Okay, right. All right. Kristen has this beautiful little nook adjacent to her family room downstairs where her family's watching a movie. And we were just there last Friday, I think, Friday night. And it's right next to her laundry room with a curtain in between. So she has this little section about 8 by 4. And then she can sit in there with her desk and her things. And it's all you need it's more than enough. A TV tray is your office. It's perfectly great. Okay, so I will start. Have you, I believe I told my people already. So if you're joining us on the recording, to make sure you've downloaded the Shaklee Connect app on your phone and the Shaklee Share app. The Connect app is a light green color and the Share app is dark green. You can get them, oh yeah, you can share those. You can get them both at there's the Share app, the dark green one. Where's the lighter green one? Oh, next to it. Oh yeah, okay. So those two, you can get them at the App Store, put them on your phone. And that's where you can run you can run your business from your phone. Okay. So you all want to join the Go Wellness Team Facebook if you're Sue Ann. The rest of you guys are going to join the Carrie Gorski leadership team Facebook page. And I'll type that in the chat here in a minute. So you want to get on our team page. Kristen, you were going to say something?
No, I'll type it.
Okay. Kristen is on, her upline is Harper Guerra, who's downline for me, but they have their own team. She's one of my legs. She's in one of my legs of leadership or downlines. And so the Go Wellness team is Harper Guerra and Katie Odom started that. So that's where the Go Wellness came from, Guerra Odom Wellness. And they have their own team Facebook page. So I don't want you guys to go there because that's different things, events they have going on. So that'll be confusing to you. So you go to the Carrie Gorski leadership one. That's myself and Moira Gorski, who is one of my good friends. 23 years ago, we met in the shower line at the health club when I was pregnant with my 22-year-old daughter, Hannah, and she was pregnant with her 22-year-old daughter, Anna. So that's how we have our team set up, is the Carrie Gorski page. So we'll communicate a lot of our stuff through the Facebook group. So that's really where you'll find where the events are and where things are going. If you have questions, what's going on. So you want to check into there. Make sure you have your notifications turned on for that group. You've both filled out your EFT form, Natalia and Caitlin, right? You did your banking information?
Yes.
So you're ready to get paid? So that's a good thing. You want to tell them where to put the money, right? Okay. So the next thing says watch the vital behaviors. It's a little training thing under launch your business, under the learn. At the bottom of the learn, at the bottom of the Shaklee Share app, there's a graduation cap at the bottom. Caitlin just had one on Saturday. So you can check on that graduation cap at the bottom. I don't know if you can see me. I don't know. Right here, the second one over, there's a cap. It says learn. You click on
Yes.
that and it takes you to launch your business. You have to go to get started on the getting started on the outboarding, and it says launch your business. And you can look at that. There's 4 little lessons in there, and go through those if you could. And I can email this or text you this PDF for this list, so you don't have to write it down if you want, if that's helpful. And then we'd like you to
Yes.
make some notes about why you're excited to do this business. And this is just a standard list for everybody. I've talked to you guys, Natalia and Caitlin, a little bit about what you're looking for, and but we'll continue to talk about that, and we will with the other people always. It's important to know your why, because when you get stuck, you're going to get stuck. And when you get stuck, you have to go back to your why. Remember why you started this business. Katie Odom, who just became a master coordinator last week, wanted to buy her own home. That was her why, and that made her work all the time because she wanted to buy a home. Maybe you want to make $500 a month to pay your car payment. Maybe you want to earn your products for free. It could be anything in between. Kristen wanted to buy an RV and hit the road with her family because her husband's a teacher, and she was able to buy an RV before COVID when they were cheaper. So that was the smartest thing she ever did. And then she, on the way, got 9 years of car payments covered as she was moving up in rank. And she's helped hundreds of people, and you can do that too. So just get your why, and your why will change as time goes on. So get in touch with that. There's some things on my Audible account, and I've given that to you guys both, I think, the login information.
Yes.
I have a lot of books on my Audible. It Starts With Why is a really great book by Simon Sinek. There's a lot of good stuff in there. The 4 Color Personalities for Network Marketing is really a great basic book to start out with. It's a people business. So we want all kinds of personal development that you get along the way is just going to help you be a better girlfriend, be a better mom, be a better wife, be just a better friend. And this business opportunity is the best personal development course that you never knew you needed. And that is that. Okay, so do you want to go a little bit more about what's next, Kristen, the first week? Are you in a position where you can talk now? About the launch?
I can talk. Yes. So let me tell you.
Maybe about like what happened last year with Christine.
Yeah, the reason we created this document is for a couple of different reasons. Number one is because a lot of people function this way, like me, for example. And I want like a 3, 4, 5 things to do, and I want to boom through those, check those off, and feel really accomplished, right? I don't know if any of you are like that, but that's me. And then I would call my upline Harper and I would say, okay, what's next? We did this so that you already know what's next. We're going to work with you through all of this, but we want you to work at your own pace. And so this says first day, first week, second week. You can do this at whatever pace you're comfortable with. You can do it faster. You can do it slower. But what we know and the experience that Pam and I have in this business, we can tell you that tried and true, if these key things are done in this kind of time frame, that's when you see the most success. So for example, on my team last year, I have a leader who had several new people come into her business. And this is what she did. Instead of coaching everyone separately, she grabbed everybody together and said, okay, we're going to do this together. Again, it's because of the instant accountability, and it's for the fact that you guys all get to meet each other and start working together. But when you start doing these activities, for example, your launch, which I'll talk about in a second, you guys are going to want to support one another. You're going to want to friend each other on Facebook. You're going to want to be watching what the other is doing and supporting that, because that's what builds that momentum from the bottom. Okay. So we're going to talk about this launch, and think of a brick and mortar store. You know, you can spend tons of overhead money. The place can be beautiful. You can be selling the hottest items. But if you open the door one day and just quietly flip the sign from closed to open, what happens? Not a whole lot, because you never got the people to pay attention to the fact that you were opening your store. So when we talk about a Shackley launch, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about getting those who love you, who trust you, who want to see you succeed, who are rooting for you, those who are always in your corner, your biggest players. these are the people we want to think about right away during this launch. And we want to say, okay, who do I know that's going to support me? Who do I know? I remember my launch, we used to do them in our homes. Now they're much, much easier. But I remember like saying, I know for sure these 8, 10 people will not say no. They'll be like, yep, sure, we're coming because we love you. And I don't care if they buy anything. I just want people there. This is what this launch idea is. This is your trial run. This is your test run because you are opening your business. Pam or I or both will be with you during this. We create the presentation. We have it all done already. This is something that doesn't take a lot of lead up time. It doesn't take a lot of work on our part because we've done it over and over and over. We are very good at doing these.
And it's on Facebook. It'll launch.
They're on Facebook or Zoom, whatever you're more comfortable with. And it says strategically consider how to launch your business. We definitely know this strategy and we want to show it to you. So what we'll do is we will chat with you individually because we will want to know who's your market. Who are we talking to on this launch after you set the day? All right, great. We have a day, but who are we talking to? Because even if you are married with no children, you might be inviting people with children. So we're still going to want to touch on maybe kids nutrition or prenatal or postnatal nutrition, depending on who your group is. You might know that your mom and all her friends are going to be attending and they have needs that are postmenopausal or, different skin needs than you do in your 20s. And so we want to represent that. So those people are instantly like, oh, there's something for me here. We want to make it broad enough that everybody can come in, but we want to make it specific enough that we're talking to the people that actually are going to be at the launch. Now, saying that, we want you to start thinking about who that list is. You can start doing that today. Right now, if somebody comes to mind, put your head down and write them on a list. The more people, the merrier. But it really doesn't matter who ends up showing up because you're going to do this launch anyways. And it's going to be like this. It's going to be something that is recorded or on a Facebook page. So it's there to stay and people can go back to it. So we want to be really joyful and really excited, using that word too, excited. I'm really excited to have you come and hear what I've decided to do. Because like I said, these are your big hitters. These are your people who love you and want to see what you're doing. We encourage you to watch the friends and family event training session in the Shackley Share app. That will give you a bunch more details. It'll walk you through exactly how this works. But also, I really feel like anything you need, we're going to be talking about in this group. But getting your list started right away. Who are you going to invite? What day you're going to do it, and how you're going to do it on Facebook or on Zoom. Totally up to you. And then Pam and I will go to work with each of you and decide what the topics are going to be. Always, 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 we're going to hit on a few key things like who is Shackley, what a little bit about their history and their sustainability and why Shackley is the company that they are and why it's different. We will always talk about the Prove It Challenge. Are you both familiar with the Prove It Challenge?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So we'll talk about the Prove It Challenge and the two components that go with actually the three, the cleanse, the vitamins, whether it's Vitalizer or Meology, and the protein. We'll break those down and talk about those in detail. And why do we spend time on that? We spend time on that because that's the way that most people get their first groups of people in. And that's the way you get rewarded the quickest. And that's the way you start earning these bigger Star Club rewards and Pace Setter awards and things like that. And we'll go through all that. But we know that when you're promoting and when you are selling Prove It Challenge kits, that is usually the basis of your business. And to be honest with you, it never stops. There's always people who are going to want the basics, and the basics are protein and vitamins, and that's the Prove It Challenge. And then we'll talk about some of those other areas, right? Maybe you've got a lot of people into skincare, or you've got a lot of people into green home cleaners. We can feature some of those. We'll throw some stories throughout the event, and then we'll pretty much wrap up And we'll talk about at the end if there's any specials that are currently going on and kind of get people to say, oh, okay, I think I want to do this now. And then we will always explain to people how they can go ahead and participate and support you. And so it's really just about 30 to 40, 45 minutes, something like that. It's not long. It's not hard. It's not a hard sell. It's mostly informational. And the rest of the consultation is done after the event. What this does is it sets you up to set those next appointments with people. So even if it is your mom or your cousin or your neighbor or your Aunt Marge, you know, we thank them all for coming, but then we close it up. We don't ask for credit cards and we don't ask for payment, or we don't ask them to put in their order right then. We then set up the follow-up appointments. So this is really fun. It should be something to look forward to. It should be really, really fun. And it should be something that you get excited about, because this is really the foundation of what you're going to build from here on out.
When you get really good at that, that's what you're going to ask other people to do. Hey, Nancy, you want to join me?
Yeah.
First thing you're going to do is make your list and do your launch and get to know the Prove It Challenge. That's how you make the most amount of money. It's total cookie cutter. So it's not rocket science. It's just consistently doing the same thing. Say less to more people. They'll eventually find out everything. But you know what? You got to just get them in the door with less words, meet their needs. Right, Kristen?
Can we pause here for questions? I just want to make sure we've given you a lot of information. I want to make sure if there's anything that you have questions about. Anybody?
No, I think I'm good so far.
No, you explain.
Dang, look at their smarty little graduates and
Cool, smart people
they
working
just
in
they're
PR,
just
handling
all right.
it.
They're gonna want more.
I want to
love
tell
it.
you though that at the on the Shackley Connect app, if you go to the
Yeah.
home page where the house is at the bottom, okay, get to that main screen and you scroll all the way up, all the way down rather, and it says news and resources. I don't think you can see this very well. And in the middle, it says
Yeah.
all business tools in the middle. If you click on that, there's some really good stuff in the all business tools part about how to tell your story. Like I can't even share all this stuff with you on the screen because it would just be ridiculously too long. But there's some good stuff in here about a getting started guide. There's a lot of tabs for things like a memory jogger, a launch your business checklist, inviting formula worksheet, vital behavior tracker, a goal setting worksheet, my why worksheet, navigating common concerns, all the things that are in your head like right now that are current for you, that you can read these on your phone or download them and look at them on your computer. But it's all in there. So I would say if you have any spare time, get into that Connect app and start digging around in there and just looking at stuff, because you're gonna be like, oh wow, oh yeah, oh they have that, oh I need that. And it's all in there. So different people are going to need different things at different times, but you can find it all in there. And every time I pick up the phone and look in there, I'm like, oh wow, that's in there. Wow, cool. So there is a great 52-page incentive booklet. Okay, I don't know, and I have it printed out. I have it printed out. It's getting tattered. It's now May. It's getting tattered, but I hope Colton is listening to this recording, because Colton, he's a social worker at middle school, right? He asked me if you could have the link so you could go to school and print this whole thing out. So he has a copy in hand. So props to you, Colton, because I don't know if I would do that if I was brand new, but it's got all the rules of the road for what the incentives are, so how he's going to make money. He told me he wants to make Star Club in the next 24 hours. So he's going to be our runner in the group. He's like ready to make his future awesome at 27. So beware of Colton. So anyway, that's in there also in the Connect app. You can find the link for the incentives booklet. And that's all the questions about how you get on the trips and all the fun stuff.
Or you can just do what I do and just call Pam.
So, I help a lot of people figure out how to get the goods. So that's
I'm not reading a 52-page. I don't know about you guys. It's just not me.
Can we talk
And
a little bit about the pace setter thing, Kristen? I don't have a picture.
Please do.
Okay, about hitting pace setter. Okay, so I don't know. I'm a visual person. I don't know how I can show them where that is. That's what I was just wondering. Do we have it? Do you know if it's handy anywhere? I know it's in this booklet, of course. All right. I just don't know how to share it with them. You can't. Can you read this? Do you read this backwards? It's backwards.
Mm,
I could stop sharing. Okay, I'll send you that thing where you're just gonna, this is backwards, right? For you guys?
I can't look at it. So.
It's backwards.
No,
Okay.
it's not. It's not backwards.
Okay, well, the thing of it is that you guys have your join month, and to the end of your first month, to do 500 PV. A prove it challenge is 100 PV points. Okay, you rack up points for everything that you sell, and that's how you're paid based on your PV, your point volume. You become bonus eligible in any given calendar month that you purchase 100 PV. You place an order for a minimum of 100 PV points. You don't have to use all that product. That 100 PV can come from a can of shakes for your neighbor who never heard of Shackley before, something for your mother-in-law, a gift for someone else. You know, it can be some of the stuff that you consume. So because you two that are on here now are single girls and you may not consume or have a budget for 100 PV yourself every month, if you help somebody else by putting somebody else's stuff on your order together with you,
Yeah.
you get 100 PV yourself, and you have 250 total in your PGV, which is personal group volume. Group is you and anyone you sponsored. So if you sponsor Nancy and she orders 300 and you order your 100, your PGV, your personal group volume is 400. Okay, and you would be bonus eligible. Okay, so in this example of what it is for the pay setter, the first month that you join, you as a distributor. So if you upgraded Caitlin upgraded in April, you did also, Natalia, right? So you guys have the rest of April and all of your first month. So you get your first full month plus the rest of the month that you joined in, right? So you had the rest of April and you have all of May till May 30th to do 500 PV. If you do 500 PV, you get an extra $50 cash bonus sent into your bank account. Then month 2, if you do 1,000 PV, so you got to keep sponsoring people because you're bringing them all in now, right?
Yeah.
So if you sold 9 prove it challenges plus your own 100 order, you'd have 1,000. Then you get $100 extra cash. Well, what happens if you're like, oh, I didn't know this? So June is month 1. May is month 1 for you guys. May. June is month 2. But what happens in July is month 3 and August is month 4. Okay, so it's a 4-month program of up with more money. So May is the first month and June is the second month. What if you don't do 500 in May because you were not ready to get going yet? And Caitlin was graduating and Natalia was moving. So now it's June and you're like, shoot, well, I'm out of that. Not really. Because if you do 1,000 in June, regardless of what happened in May, you get $100. You don't get that 50 from May, but you get 100 in June. And then the idea is to increase your PV by 500 every month, so that that's consistent, good, respectable growth in a business. You're increasing by 500 every month. So you make 1,500 the next month, so that's July, and you have a distributor with you because your friend Nancy said she wants to join in with you, or you got your girl Hannah, or you got Kim from work, Caitlin, right? And they want to be a distributor too. If you do a 1,500 PV, that's you group volume, you and everything that Hannah did also, Natalia, and Caitlin, you and everything that Kim did too. So you see, like, you're going to duplicate yourself and you get the credit for their work. You get this pillow money idea, right?
Yeah.
Residual income, make money while you're sleeping, right?
Yeah.
And benefit from the work of others. If you do 1,500 in your group and you have one distributor, you get $150 in July. In August, if you get to 2,000 and with 2 distributors, right? So more people helping you, you get $200 extra. That's extra on top of your prove it challenge bonuses, on top of your bonus check, on top of your price differential, on top of everything. So this is a special program for new distributors only. You can only go through this one time. It's like stops on the train. So if you fall off the second month, you can get back on the third month. It's fine. Okay. This is only happens for 4 months as you start in your distributor thing. But the cool thing is that if you get to director before September 30th, you get to participate in the $21,000 in 2021, where Shackley's giving you up to $21,000 cash bonuses for moving up in rank. So that would be the first rank. So the lowest amount is available to you because that's the first rank of leadership. So you would be eligible to receive a payment of $500 extra money if you make director by September and you hold it for September, October, November, December, to hold it for
Okay.
4 months, you'll get $500. Okay, it's really cool. There's some really respectable money that's going up there. The next rank of senior director is when you have a director under you. When Nancy does 2,000 as well, and she got on this pay setter to get that 500. She's only 1 month behind you, Natalia, but she's still going on with you.
Yeah.
And you become a director in August, and then you become a senior director in September when she becomes director. Then you get
Yeah.
you get $1,000 when you hold that for 4 months, and you get a car payment for the next 3 years of like $250 a month. So do you see why it helps to talk about the business and get people in the business with you and get them set up for to do a launch, to start telling their people, to start getting on this thing of every month increasing by 500 so they can get to director, so you guys can all be leaders and you can start to get these things, and you'll get 50 trip points, and you'll get, all of a sudden you're going to be halfway to Cancun because you just got a couple people to come along with you. It's not that hard, but I just want you to know the importance of that. People who don't do any of the things we talked about so far tonight, they buy a business kit, a distributor kit. They waited for their check to come in the mail and their EFT was all filled out. They didn't tell anyone they were in Shackley. They don't have any money. And they're like, yeah, I tried network marketing. It doesn't work for me. Okay.
And here's the good news is that you don't have to remember a word that Pam just said. There are some people who can compute that very well. You might be one of them. You might be like, I'm on track. I got it. I can hear everything she's saying. I'm tracking with what you're saying. For me, it was much more, I'm a therapist by trade. I'm an Enneagram 2. I'm an empath. I'm a feeler. And so for me, it was much more like, okay, like I said, tell me the actions I have to do and I'll go out and do them. And then you let me know when I'm close to something. I told Harper that so many times, and we will do that for you too. If Pam sees you guys tracking in a certain way, or you're like this far from a goal, she's not going to let you miss it. She's going to call you and she's going to say, hey, look, because you did the few things that we talked about, because your launch went well, because you just sold 3 prove it challenges, this is what you get. We will explain this to you time after time after time, as many times as you need it. We will help you understand this because it does take some time. But the bottom line is, all we need you guys to do, your number one activity that we want you guys to do is smile and tell everybody how excited you are to share this with them. We'll help you with everything else. Set your launch date, get those invites out, get people on, get people leaning in, they call it, get people leaning into what we're talking about. And Pam and I will help you do the rest.
Yeah.
You are so supported here. And you guys really have to set that pace for us. And when you want more, call us up and say, hey, I got through everything. I'm ready. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm ready to go on to the next thing. Or, I've got 4 people messaging me right now. Can I send you the text messages? Because I don't know what to say. Yes, send them. We will type back to you, and then you can put it into the text back to them. So see, we don't expect you guys to know this. We don't expect you to, roll through this without any difficulty. If you do, fine, great. But we understand that there's a lot of kind of that nitty gritty work to be done. But if you do those nitty gritty things with our help, all the things Pam's talking about will just come.
Yeah.
They pay you anyways. If you don't understand the compensation plan, guess what? You get paid anyway. That's my favorite part. Send it to you. So it's great. I want to make sure that we know a couple things. You guys joined in April and you upgraded in April. So you placed an order at the end of April.
Yeah.
So in order to receive loyalty reward points on your May order, you have to place it by May 15th. You have to place 100 PV order by Saturday. If you can't do that, you can place an order in the second half of the month, but you won't get loyalty reward points. So it's no problem. You'll still get paid, right? But I just want to let you know, because I don't know what your financial situation is, but typically all distributors need to place their orders by the 15th of the month, by the end of the day on the 15th. So we have till midnight Saturday for that.
And there are a couple great videos on, you'll write this down, Shackley.tv is going to be a great resource for you guys.
You just
you'll
type it
probably
into the URL, just shackley.tv, and it'll come up with all these videos that you can look.
all these videos, and they're super helpful. And what you'll find there too, and we can direct you more specifically, but there's a like a 52-second video just about the Prove It Challenge that will explain it. These are the quick tools that you're going to be using until you kind of get your verbiage down with people. You're going to say, hey, you know, I'm doing this Prove It Challenge thing. It's really awesome. Do you want to hear more about it? That's how simple the message can be. And then you send that video, and then you follow up. When you say, you know, when you follow up, you say, what did you think of that video, or what surprised you, or do you have any questions, something like that. These conversations don't have to be lengthy. You don't have to tell them all about Shackley or this meeting with Pam and I mean, you just, we want you to have the tools, and that Shackley TV is a place that has a lot of those tools. They'll teach you those videos, but then you are free to, you know, send those out to other people. And there's 2 great videos on the loyalty program. One is specifically for members, and one is specifically for distributors. So it'll explain all of this if you know, want to use that as a reference. I tend to save them in my phone on the notes app, so that if I quickly need to grab one for a customer, or I quickly need to review it myself, it's super handy.
Okay. Peach tea, the peach energy tea launches next Monday, May 17th. Natalia happened to get her hands on some because Ben got business leadership, and so she's tasted it. How is it?
Well, I did the drink that you said to make with the hydration, the triple immunity, and then the peach tea. Amazing.
I say, so wait for Caitlin. So 1 thing of peach tea, 1 thing of triple defense boost, and a little scoop of the lemon lime hydrate, like it used to be called Performance. It's like a Gatorade powder. You put that together with, I don't know, you could drink it hot or cold. I had it in a bottle with ice in it today, and Natalia texted me and says, hey, I'm drinking this drink. I said, hey, so am I. She said, it's really good. It's really good. And so the triple defense boost, the reason why I'm telling you this is the triple defense boost is buy 1, get 1 free through the end of May. So that member price is a $40 product for $28.6 a triple defense boost. So if you can buy 1, get 1 free, that's a really good thing. That'll help you get to your 100 PV or whatever. And you can use those to sample out to people as well, right? The thing about the triple defense boost, if you want to buy 1, get 1 free, you put 2 in your cart and you get charged for 1. Don't put 1 in your cart and think you're going to get 1 for free. Be careful with that. That's a little wonky in the ordering. I don't know why they did it that way, but you got to put the total number of boxes that you want to receive, and then you'll pay for half.
Okay.
So just a warning there. Okay. So I wanted to let you know about that because that's free. If you order some, we put some of that on your order and some peach tea. You can get your order in just a few days. I don't know about Montana, but in New York, it'll come pretty quickly. And because it ships from Ohio. Okay. When you're signing up people, just a note, there is expedited shipping, but the products ship from Ohio. And if you live in Illinois or New York or Pennsylvania, Indiana, right nearby, they can't get it to you any faster. I hate it when people pay $35 for next day shipping and they were going to get it the next day anyways, or whatever, you know, the next 2 days. So I caution people, like if they're going on vacation, you know, I try to be like, I don't know if it's going to save you, because I'm just saying they get it there pretty fast. So I don't know. Is there any questions? Get your order going. Know what the specials are. They're going to come out with a peach life shake also. That's a secret, but they're coming out with a peach life shake, I think, on the same thing next Monday. So that's after your order needs to be placed. That's the bummer thing for distributors when they launch things after the 15th of the month. We're kind of hosed a little bit, but just letting you know, if you get some of the triple defense boost, you get some samples out to people, they can place orders and get buy 1, get 1 free. That's a nice way to sign up a new member when they can get something for free right out of the box, right?
Yeah.
If they Prove It challenge, they get a free cleanse. And then if they buy the triple defense boost that you gave them a sample of or told them about, and they can get that buy 1, get 1 free, they're happy as a clam. They got free membership, free shipping. They got lots of free stuff. So that's a great way. So we want to help you guys get onto Star Club as soon as possible. Get those meology assessments out there going. Share those from your phone, from the Connect app, right? From the drop down menu at the top, the little arrow, you drop down, the lightning bolt drops down, it says share meology from there. That's where you send it, so you get attribution. Don't just tell them to go to shackley.com and fill out a meology report, because you won't get any credit for that. Natalia knows all about that.
Yes.
Okay. So, anyway, so how is this going? Is this helpful?
Yes, very helpful.
Do you feel a little plugged in, Caitlin? Because you
Yeah.
guys kind of like orphaned out to wherever because you're all over the place. But that will not work against you because we're connected right here. Okay. So we're going to do this for a few weeks together, just kind of a launch group of new distributors. So you guys feel connected in the community and you have a little handle on who can help you. If you don't like me, you can work with Kristen. If you don't, if her people won't pay you everything. Like, it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. So we're all just signed up under other people and it's all fine.
Yeah.
We all work together in the mission of Shaklee to help people have healthier lives, right? So next week, does Tuesday work if we met at 7:15 Central Time?
Yes.
that work
So
for you?
6:50. Yeah.
Tuesday, Caitlin, yes? Okay, yes. If we can do that, because Colton really wants to be in this, and he is working late Wednesday, Thursday, so we'd have to do a whole
Yeah.
hour later, and it's too much. So we're gonna try with Sue Ann and Tisha to get them in here with us on Tuesday night at 7:15 Central. So jot that down. We'll meet there next week at this time, and we will take another look down the list further for what's on the next couple weeks for getting started checklist. I'll send you that checklist. You can, Kristen, put the link for it in the chat box for that checklist if you want to find it there. And you're in the Carrie Gorski leadership team already because I added you. I don't know. Anything else you need?
I
Mm,
don't think.
Oh, I have a question. So putting our order in before the 15th, let's say we don't have anyone signed up yet. Can we order something and that will apply to that?
You can order something, but if you order less than 250 PV, you're not going to get any bonus check on that.
Okay.
You have to order, your group volume has to be 250 PV or more in order to get a bonus from Shaklee at all.
Okay.
And if your bonus is less than $25 in any given month, because you have just a little bit of business, they won't pay you until it's $25. Is that right, Kristen? I think so. They hold that. So it's fine.
I don't know that detail, but I do know that if you don't, this first month, if you don't need anything, you're not penalized if you don't put an order in because you guys
Okay.
don't have that group volume. So it's fine if you don't need anything. But if you get some members in between now and the end of the month, it's a smart idea to put that 100 PV order in so that you can get paid on them. So those
Yeah, well,
Pam
remember
will
this though.
alert you.
I have a girl who can't afford to buy 100 PV all the time. She can't. And she works in a gym and she sells a lot of Prove It challenges. And the cool thing about the Prove It challenges is you get that money paid daily regardless. That is not part of your bonus check. So if she sells 3 Prove It challenges in a month, she gets $25, $25, $25. And because she had 3 in the month, it doubles from 75 to 150. She gets $150 in her bank. She sells 3 more in the same month. She gets another $150 and she didn't place any personal order at all because she's just selling Prove It challenges. So that's a thing to remember.
Yeah.
Okay. Because if you're just selling 3 Prove It challenges, you have 300 PV then, and you add another one, it's 400 PV. If you do your 100, you're with me so far, you have 400 PV. Your bonus percentage is 4% bonus. That's only $16. So sometimes it's not worth it to spend $100 and some dollars for an order when you're just going to get 16 bucks more. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I say in the beginning, make your money on those Prove It challenge bonuses right away. You'll get in the habit of that. You'll get people stripping and shaking. They'll be feeling good right away. They get it. If you do sell, or when you do sell a Prove It challenge kit, we want to add them into the Prove It challenge group or the 7-day healthy cleanse group so they get support from the company and from the field in their cleanse and everything. So they're not just out there cleansing aimlessly and they think they're in colonoscopy land. It's terrible. So we will help them with that. But just stay with us when you have names of people like Tisha. She sponsored somebody the other day and the person didn't want to Prove It challenge yet, but she loves the shakes. She was familiar with them. She bought what's called the Life Shake Family Pack. It's 2 bags of shakes.
Yeah.
And it was over $150. So Tisha was trying to get her to buy a Prove It challenge, but you have to listen to what they want. That lady just wanted shakes. If you went into the store to buy a jean jacket and somebody tried to sell you a fur coat there, wouldn't you be a little irritated?
Yes.
If you came for a jean jacket, you don't want to buy a fur coat. Like, don't, we have to honor what they're asking for. So even though that wasn't a Prove It challenge that Tisha was hoping for, she did get a member at $159 order that got her a star for Start Club. Yes, Natalia.
So if somebody does want to buy Shackley, but let's say they can't afford it, we talked about this at one point. Can I like pitch in money for that order? Like they can pay for the amount that they can pay for, and I can pay for the other half.
Yes, and then you got to get
To
that
get them
product
up
from
there.
them though. Remember, you moved from
Yes.
Wisconsin, so that's tricky from across a couple of states. If they live down
Yeah.
the street and you want to go in together on an order, like somebody just wants a vitalizer, and I'm like, wow, why don't you buy the Prove It Challenge and I'll buy the shakes and the cleanse. I'll take that part off your hands.
Yeah.
Pay the difference. You can do that, but you got to get the product from them. They got to go to the post office and ship it to you.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just a little, if they're local, it's easier, but at a distance, that's kind of hard.
Yeah.
Are you okay, Caitlin?
Yeah, I think I'm good so far.
Excellent. All right.
Okay, so I kind of put the to-dos in the
Okay.
chat. Get in that Shackley Share app and start digging around. It's kind of fun. Some of the lessons are 5 minutes, 7 minutes. Some of them are 20. It just depends on what they are. So do what you can, start digging, and then set your launch date, and then start your invite list for the launch. And then we'll go from there, because we're going to meet in just, 5 days here. So
Yeah.
we'll be all set, ready to rock and roll on the next week's stuff.
Okay.
Yep. So does it feel good? Do you feel like you got a little guidance tonight?
Yes. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
About what you're doing?
Thank
Okay, so
you.
we'll
It was
check
nice
in
to meet you guys.
next week, Tuesday at 7:15 Central.
7:15,
And,
6:15 my time.
And I have this recording if you need it. Just tell me to send it to you. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Thanks,
Bye, guys.
Call me if you
Bye.
need me. Okay. Thanks.